Hey everyone, how's it going today? Today what I have the crypto bubbles, and then I have some news out of Brazil regarding XRP. And then what I have where will XRP in 10 years, and is it Bitcoin's top competitor? That's where I'm going today. But before I get into all this, I want to remind you to subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, leave a comment, and even share it to a friend that's into crypto. Now let's get into the crypto bubbles. I want to look at the top gainers today. It looks like IP. It looks like it's Story. It's at $2.48 was the low, high $3.55, and right now it's hovering about $3.11. Let's look at the low, the big loser. It looks like it's Hex, and it's at 1 cent and a decimal, so not really much movement there. I'm not invested in any of those. I do see H bar there, which I am invested in. I'm interested. I'm just wanting to look. 21 cents low, 22 cents high, and right now we're hovering at 22 cents. So what did 3.5% gain today? Let's look into our three sisters, starting with Bitcoin. 95,629 is the low. The high is 97,996. We're about $600 off of that high at 97. Let's see if we break 98,000 today with Bitcoin. That's going to be interesting. Ethereum, 2,682 was a low, 2,765 is a high, and 2,742 is the going rate. You can see the time is 8:53 on February 20th. Let's look into XRP. The low was $2.57. The high was $2.74, and we are right at $2.69. It has dropped a little bit. We'll see what XRP does throughout the day. You've got to love how crypto is volatile like that. Be up 1 minute and down the next. But the reason XRP has been increasing throughout the day and the night was in Brazil. It was the first country to approve an XRP ETF as the SEC or the CVM gives the go ahead to full operation. And this could possibly cycle a $3.4 trillion for XRP, and other estimates are $978 billion. Let's go back to the bubbles. I want to look up XRP, and right now the market cap is at 155. So we're going to go almost 7 times the market. Now about 5 times the market cap there, roughly, or 6 times the market cap. So $12, if that hits 900, and I'm not going to try to do the math with 3 trillion. My math skills aren't there this morning. I apologize for that, but I would be perfectly happy with a $12 XRP. Of course, I want to buy more before it hits that, so the pot will be a little bigger, the bag will be a little bigger and stuff. So let's move on to the next bit of news. It's XRP, the new Bitcoin. That's what we have to look at. XRP and Bitcoin, of course. Bitcoin is the original. It's the granddaddy of crypto. But they are the two of the most watched cryptocurrencies even after years of being in circulation, and that they've earned the distinction by providing value to investors all the while. There is a competition shaping up between XRP and Bitcoin. Here it says Bitcoin's investment thesis is that its supply growth will constantly slow as a result of the amount of effort required to mine it, which ratchets upward roughly every 4 years in a process called the halving. Because only 21 million Bitcoins can ever be created, as long as there is any amount of demand, its price will be biased toward rising instead of falling. And while it tends to be expensive and slow to transfer as a store of value, its inherent sacred scarcity is a majority positive, regardless of its utility. And of course, we know about XRP. It's a valuable as a medium of exchange rather than as a store of value, though it does store value also. The coin is designed to make it much less expensive and faster to send money from one account to another account. So there's not any currency conversion fees when you send money from person to person. So if I send somebody in Japan $100, there's not any currency conversion there. They receive $100 in Bitcoin. So anyway, it's always good to have a competition. Think of fast food. I'll put McDonald's and Burger King out there. Would you get tired of eating McDonald's every day? Probably so. But going to Burger King and getting the different burger would be good for competition. Because if all I had to eat was McDonald's, of course I'd get tired of it. Now we can add Taco Mayo or Taco Bell into the picture. Of course, now we're talking about a different type of fast food chain. We're talking about Tex-Mex or Mexican food. Now, that's even better for Taco Bell or McDonald's, because now once I get tired of McDonald's, I'll go eat over at Taco Bell, and after a day or two of eating Taco Bell, I'll go back to McDonald's. So kind of flip-flop in between the two, and it's good to have competition. And not only in that as far as a customer goes, but as far as the crypto, as far as Bitcoin and XRP, they're going to add to it. They're going to innovate their companies. So to make it better for the retailer, make it better for the people out there using it. That competition always makes a product better. And if it doesn't, well, the least performing competitor is going to go out of business. Am I saying that either company is going to go out of business at any time? No, I'm not. So anyway, I don't believe that XRP is going to become the next Bitcoin. I think it will flip. At one point it will flip. It will grow faster than Bitcoin. But I don't think the value, and we we saw where XRP's at like $2.68 or somewhere in that neighborhood, and XRP's 98,000. Do I ever think that XRP is going to surpass Bitcoin in value or price? No. With that $3 trillion mark, I could see roughly about $100 to $200 price range for XRP per coin. So that's something to keep in mind. Now, what I want to do, talking about such, I want to go and look at Bitcoin when it first took off. What will XRP do in the next 10 years? That's what we're looking at in this next article. And I want to look at what Bitcoin has done since its inception. Of course, from what I hear, I haven't seen this, but from what I heard, Bitcoin was like 25 cents when it first came out. I could be getting some wrong information somewhere, but we can see this was in 2019, and we can see that it was down here almost zero, so that could be an accurate statement, but it's not coming up. It's coming up over here as 3,000, but that's almost on the zero line. But anyway, from 2019 to this point, we are at $94,000 and growth, or 97,000 if you go by today's figures. So 97,000. Who have ever thought? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you right now, I'm not telling you what to buy. I'm not telling you how to invest your money. But with crypto, this is the time in history to get into something and create generational wealth, is investing in crypto. Yes, it's volatile. It's not for everyone. But right now's the time to get in before it's too late. Don't be like me and, well, I've heard about Bitcoin and I don't know what it was. Really, back when Bitcoin came out, there weren't apps like Robinhood or Cash App or Kraken or Coinbase. There weren't those apps that you could download to your phone and invest. You had to go out and find people to do that for you. Where I'm at, you had to. Now these apps, they're more available. You can do it from the comfort of your own home. And right now's the time to do it. Time to build your generational wealth. You know, I'm middle-aged. It's time for me to create wealth to pass on to my nieces and nephews, and so they don't have to work like I had to. It's time to create that for your children. Get in now while it's not too late. I mean, you go waste $100 every month buying stuff that you don't need. Throw $100 in crypto every month and watch it grow over the next 4 or 5 years. That's $1,200. If you can't afford $100, throw $25 in. Think what it takes, how much it costs to go out to McDonald's and buy for 2 people. It's $20. So go out, throw that $20 in crypto, and here in 10 or 10 years from down the road, you'll be able to buy that McDonald's. Of course, this isn't financial advice. Do your own due diligence. I'm not responsible for any gains or losses. So take that little disclaimer as I sit here and talk to you. But anyway, right now's the time. It's Trump said it, and I was a big fan of his. It's not so much now. But he said it. We're entering a golden age. I believe there's about to be a financial reset, if you will. And people like me, people like you that are watching this, we're about to become financially free. I no longer use millionaires, because millionaires think what $1 million was back in the 50s. Okay, think of how far $1 million goes now. Not very far. You buy a home, new vehicle, and it's pretty much gone. So think about $1 million in the next 30 years of what that'll be worth with inflation and all that. So being a millionaire, you want to be beyond that. Okay, multi-millionaire, a billionaire. Will we get there? It just depends on how much you invest. But anyway, back to this, the path toward an XRP ETF. We saw that Brazil has already passed that through their government. So there is going to be a Brazilian ETF. Grayscale, of course, their application was acknowledged by the SEC. We're getting that news. And what I was wanting to do, I was going to show a window. I said about November of next year in an earlier video. Well, they have 240 days to acknowledge that ETF. So the final decision can come by mid-October. So Christmas time may be a nice one. If you're going to buy that Lambo, you go out and buy it. What color do you want? Do you want a red one? Do you want a black one? Do you want an orange one? Yellow one? Me, I'm not going to run out and buy a Lambo. I'm going to use some of my profits to reinvest. And maybe a nice little Toyota Corolla truck or something like that. What's XRP going to be like in the next decade? Of course, we saw Bitcoin and how it grew in the next decade. Of course, right now it's moving at 150 billion. I want to make sure that's right. Yes, $155 billion cap on it at this moment. So are we going to see an explosive surge once the ETFs are mainstreamed? I believe that we possibly will. Will they go parabolically, or will it be a gradual growth? I think you'll have a combination of those big, beautiful green candles, and I think you'll also see gradual growth as people steadily put money into XRP. So I see a combination of some parabolic movement and gradual growth. And once DC, of course, we know nothing slow comes out of DC, or everything is slow out of DC. I really believe that it's going to take time for these ETFs, and once we have 180 days for the government to come up with regulations and more clarity of how crypto works. I think here in 180 days, I think that's around March or April, or maybe it's June. I can't remember. Anyway, it was after the executive order was launched. Of course, there's 180 days, and I think after that 180 days, we'll start seeing an uptick with the price of crypto all across the board, especially U.S. made crypto. But anyway, that's my thoughts. That's my information I have for you today. Once again, if you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button. It's free to do. Let's get this channel to 1,000 subscribers. Hit that like button, because with every like, I hear crypto shoots up. And leave a comment. Tell me what you're invested in and where you're from. I'm really interested in that. But anyway, until next time, take care of yourself, each other, treat each other like you want to be treated. Excuse me. And I'll see ya.